Welcome back to the channel Pakistanis in Netherlands. Today we're diving into an essential topic for anyone looking to drive legally in the Netherlands, the Dutch driving license system. Now, in the Netherlands, if you want to get behind the wheel of any motor vehicle, whether it's a car, a motorcycle, or even a moped, you need a valid Dutch driving license. This isn't just a formality, it's legally required and ensures that all drivers meet the same standards for safety and knowledge on the road. This guide, specially designed for Pakistanis in the Netherlands, provides a clear and detailed overview of how to get a Dutch driving license. In this video series, we'll walk you through each step, from preparation to testing, so stay tuned if you're planning to get your license in the Netherlands. Whether you're new to the country or a long-term resident eager to drive, this guide is here to help you navigate the Dutch licensing process with ease and confidence. In short, the Dutch driving license system is structured to ensure that everyone driving in the country has proven they're capable and responsible on the road. So here's a quick overview of what we'll be talking about. First up, we'll go over eligibility requirements, who can actually apply for a Dutch license, and what you need to get started. Then we'll dive into how to prepare for the theoretical exams, covering Dutch traffic rules and everything you need to know for the test. After that, we'll look at the practical side, including how to enroll in a driving school to make sure you're fully prepared for the driving test. And finally, we'll cover license exchange options for those of you who may already have a valid license from another country and are looking to transfer it to a Dutch license. So, in this video, we're going to break down each of these steps, explain why they're important, and give you tips on how to become a safer, more confident driver. Stick around to make sure you're fully prepared for every stage on your way to getting your license here in the Netherlands. All right, let's start with the basics. Here in the Netherlands, having a valid driver's license is a legal requirement if you want to drive any kind of motor vehicle. This rule applies across all types of vehicles, whether it's a passenger car, a company car, a bus, a motorcycle, or even a moped. So, no matter what you're driving, you'll need that license. Most people are looking to get what's called a Category B license. With a Category B license, you're allowed to drive vehicles that weigh up to 3,500 kilos, so that covers most personal cars. You can also carry up to 9 people, including yourself as the driver. Now, if you're interested in more specific details about other license categories or have questions about vehicle requirements, the RDW Netherlands Vehicle Authority website has everything you need. It's a great resource for checking the latest rules and requirements, so definitely check it out if you want to dive deeper into any particular category. Let's move on to the steps to actually get that license and start driving legally here. Now, let's talk about the key players involved in the process of getting your Dutch driving license. Understanding who does what can make the whole journey a lot smoother for you. First up, we have driving schools. These are your go-to for practical training and lessons. They'll teach you how to drive safely and prepare you for the practical test. Choosing the right driving school is crucial, and we'll get into how to do that later in the video. Next is the CBR, which stands for Central Bureau Rijvaardigheidsbewijzen. They handle all the exams, both theory and practical, along with health assessments and interim tests. Think of them as the central body responsible for ensuring you meet all the standards to become a licensed driver. Then we have the municipalities. These are the local government offices that manage your license application and issuance once you've passed all the required tests. This is where you'll officially get your Dutch driving license. And finally, there's the RDW, or Netherlands Vehicle Authority. They oversee the registration of your license and maintain the official records. They also play a key role in license exchanges if you're converting a foreign license to a Dutch one. One important note, if you're waiting for a residence permit or a new one to be issued, you won't be able to get a Dutch driving license until that's sorted. So, make sure your residency status is up to date before you start the process. Now that you know who's involved, let's move on to the steps to kickstart your driving journey in the Netherlands. Let's break down the eligibility requirements for getting a Dutch driving license. These are important criteria that you need to meet before you can even start the process. First up is your resident status. To apply for a Dutch driving license, you must have a valid residence permit, whether it's temporary or permanent. There's also an exception for individuals covered by the association, Decision 1/80th of the EEC Turkey Association Council, which allows Turkish residents under this agreement to meet the eligibility requirements. Next, let's talk about the duration of stay. You need to have been living in the Netherlands for at least 185 days. This ensures that the licensing process is for residents who are actually part of the Dutch community rather than for short-term visitors. And finally, there's the age requirement. You must be at least 18 years old to qualify for a driving license. However, there are special programs like Te2 to Drive, DU, that allow 17-year-olds to start earlier, but we'll cover that in another video. Meeting these criteria is essential, as they form the foundation for moving forward with your application. Once you've checked these off, you're ready to dive into the next steps of getting your license in the Netherlands.
All right, let's walk through the step-by-step plan for getting your Dutch driving license. This guide is designed to simplify what might seem like a complicated process and give you a clear roadmap to follow. Step 1. Enroll in a driving school. Your journey begins with finding a driving school that's right for you. A good driving school will not only teach you how to drive, but also prepare you for the practical exam. Later in the video, we'll talk about what to look for in a driving school to make sure you're set up for success. Step 2. Study and pass the theory exam. Next, you'll need to prepare for and pass the theory exam. This test covers Dutch traffic laws, hazard perception, and road safety rules. It's an essential step because it lays the foundation for your knowledge as a responsible driver. Step 3. Submit a health declaration. Once you've started your lessons, you'll need to submit a health declaration to the CBR, the organization that oversees driving licenses. This is a quick check to confirm that you're medically fit to drive. It's an important step that needs to be completed early to avoid any delays. Step 4. Gain practical driving experience. Now comes the hands-on part, gaining driving experience. This involves taking lessons with a certified instructor who will guide you through the skills needed to drive safely and confidently on Dutch roads. The length of this phase depends on your progress, but consistency is key. Step 5. Take the practical driving test. Finally, once your instructor feels you're ready, you'll take the practical driving test. This is where you demonstrate everything you've learned, from road rules to safe driving habits to a CBR examiner. Passing this test means you've earned your Dutch driving license. This step-by-step plan breaks the process down into manageable chunks, helping you stay focused and organized as you work toward your goal. In the next sections of the video, we'll dive deeper into each of these steps to give you tips and insights to make the process as smooth as possible. So stick around, there's plenty more to cover. Let's talk about one of the most important decisions you'll make on your journey to getting a Dutch driving license: choosing the right driving school. This is a critical step because the quality of your driving school can significantly impact your chances of passing the exams and becoming a confident, skilled driver. So, how do you choose a reputable driving school? Here are the key factors to consider. Success rates. A good driving school will have a high pass rate for both theory and practical exams. You can check these statistics using the CBR Rijkschoolzoeker tool, which is an official resource to compare driving schools in your area. A high pass rate usually indicates that the school has experienced instructors and effective teaching methods. Progress to tracking. Make sure the school offers a way to track your progress, such as a lesson card or a digital system. This allows you to see how you're improving over time and helps both you and your instructor focus on areas that need more practice. Progress tracking ensures that your lessons are structured and productive. Clear policies. Look for transparency in their policies, especially regarding cancellations and rescheduling. A good school will have clear terms and conditions, so you're not caught off guard by unexpected fees or rigid schedules. Understanding these policies up front can save you a lot of headaches later. Qualified instructors with WRM authorization. This is a big one. Always verify that the instructors are properly certified and have WRM authorization. This is the official Dutch certification for driving instructors, ensuring they meet the required standards to teach. It's also a sign that the school is professional and trustworthy. By keeping these factors in mind, you can find a driving school that not only prepares you for the tests, but also helps you develop the confidence and skills you need to drive safely in the Netherlands. If you're unsure where to start, the CBR Rijkschoolzoeker tool is your best friend. It's easy to use and gives you detailed information about driving schools near you, including their success rates and reviews. Choosing the right driving school is an investment in your success, so take your time to research and compare your options. In the next part of the video, we'll discuss what to expect during your lessons and how to make the most of your time with your instructor. I'm telling you 5 top-rated driving schools in the Netherlands that cater to internationals and expats, ensuring quality instruction and English-speaking services. ANWB Driving School, Driving School Den Haag, The Hague, Lima International Driving School, Amsterdam, Riles Driving School, Amsterdam, De Ridder Driving School, The Hague. Each of these schools offers a unique approach, so you can choose based on your location, preferences for manual or automatic lessons, and the type of support you need to success. Let's dive deeper into what makes a quality driving school here in the Netherlands. If you've been following along, you know how important it is to choose the right school for your driving journey. We will explain you further by breaking down the specific criteria you should look for. High success rates. One of the first things to check is the school's pass rate for both theory and practical exams. Schools with consistently high pass rates typically offer better instruction and more structured lessons. You can verify this data using tools like the CBR Rijkschoolzoeker, which is an official platform that shows the success rates of driving schools in your area. Progress tracking. A good driving school will have systems in place to track your progress, such as lesson cards or digital platforms. This tracking helps you and your instructor identify areas for improvement and ensures you're on the right path to becoming test ready. It also brings transparency, so you know how far along you are in your training. Student-focused learning. Every learner is different, and a quality driving school understands this. They'll adapt their teaching methods to fit your learning style, ensuring you're comfortable and confident. This could mean extra time on challenging skills or adjusting lesson structures based on your pace. Emphasis on safety. Safety is paramount. Look for schools that prioritize teaching safe driving habits and road etiquette. This isn't just about passing the test, it's about becoming a responsible and aware driver in real-world conditions. WRM-authorized instructors, legal compliance and professionalism are non-negotiable. Always check that the instructors are WRM-authorized. This Dutch certification ensures they're legally qualified to teach and meet the national standards for driving instruction. Professionalism and transparency. From clear policies on cancellations to transparent pricing and consistent communication, a professional driving school will make the entire process stress-free. They'll also have clean, branded vehicles and properly licensed operations that align with CBR requirements. By focusing on these criteria, you'll set yourself up for a smooth, successful journey toward your Dutch driving license. In the next segment, I'll share some top-rated driving schools in the Netherlands to help you make the best choice. All right, let's talk numbers. In this section, we're breaking down the costs associated with getting your Dutch driving license so you can plan your budget effectively. Knowing these costs up front will help you avoid surprises along the way. Here's how the expenses add up. Driving lessons. On average, most learners need about 43 hours of lessons to prepare for the driving test. Depending on the driving school, the cost per hour ranges between €45 and €61, bringing the total for lessons to around €2,300. Of course, this varies based on how quickly you pick up the skills and the quality of instruction you choose. The theory exam. The theory exam costs about €54 per attempt, and many people take it 3 times before passing. So, you can expect to spend approximately €120 for this part of the process. To save time and money, make sure you study thoroughly with official materials. Practical driving test. The practical test, which includes the exam fee and related school costs, typically ranges from €200 to €250 per attempt. Most students take 2 attempts, bringing the total to around €520. Additional costs. There are a few extra fees to account for. Health certificate. This costs €44.50 and confirms you're medically fit to drive. Interim test, optional. A mock exam to help you practice the real test, costing around €180. Photos and application fees, adding another €50 to €100 depending on your municipality. Total average cost. When you add everything together, the total average cost for obtaining a Dutch driving license comes to about €3,120. Keep in mind, this is an estimate and your actual cost could vary based on the number of lessons you need or any additional attempts at the exams. While it might seem like a significant investment, think of it as a long-term benefit. A driving license not only gives you freedom and independence, but also adds to your personal and professional mobility. In the next part of the video, we'll discuss ways to save money during the process, including choosing the right driving school and preparing effectively for the exams. Stick around for those tips! Let's break down the theory exam process for obtaining your Dutch driving license. This step is crucial because it lays the foundation for your practical driving skills and ensures you understand the rules of the road here in the Netherlands. What the theory exam covers. The theory exam tests your knowledge of Dutch traffic rules, road signs, and hazard perception. Hazard perception, in particular, is a key focus, as it evaluates your ability to anticipate and react to potential dangers on the road. This knowledge is essential for safe driving and is often one of the more challenging parts of the test. How to prepare. To succeed, you'll need to study thoroughly. Use official resources provided by the CBR, like sample questions and practice exams. There are also books and online courses available in English that cover everything you need to know. Make sure to allocate enough time to review the material and take practice tests to build your confidence. Booking the theory exam. Here's a step-by-step guide to booking your exam through the CBR's online platform, CBR. Log in. Start by visiting the CBR website and logging in using your DigiD, which is your digital ID for government services. Select exam type. Once logged in, choose the appropriate exam type. For most people, this will be the car theory test, which is available in English as well. Choose a location. Pick an exam center that's convenient for you. The Netherlands has multiple CBR centers across the country. Pay the fee. The exam costs about €54. You can pay online while booking your appointment. On exam day, arrive at the exam center on time with a valid ID and your booking confirmation. The exam is computer-based and includes multiple choice questions and interactive hazard perception scenarios. You'll get your results immediately after finishing. Tips for success. Practice hazard perception. Use online simulators to get comfortable with this section. Time management. During the exam, pace yourself to ensure you complete all the questions. Stay calm. If you've prepared well, trust yourself and stay focused. The theory exam is a critical milestone on your way to becoming a licensed driver in the Netherlands. By studying effectively and following the booking process, you'll set yourself up for success. In the next part of this video, we'll discuss the health declaration and why it's important in the licensing process. Here are 10 of the most commonly encountered types of questions. Hazard perception, road signs and markings, priority rules, speed limits, environmental awareness, emergency situations, vehicle maintenance, special road users, weather and road conditions, motorway rules. Practicing these question types using official resources like the CBR's test simulators or other verified platforms ensures familiarity with the exam format and boosts your confidence.
Health declaration is a crucial step in the process of getting your Dutch driving license. This declaration confirms that you're medically fit to drive and ensures the safety of both you and other road users. Completing this step early in the process is highly recommended to avoid delays later on. What is the health declaration? The health declaration is essentially a form where you answer a series of questions about your medical condition. It's designed to assess whether you have any health issues such as vision problems, epilepsy, or other conditions that could affect your ability to drive safely. Here's a step-by-step guide. How to submit your health declaration. Step 1. Log into the CBR website. Visit cbr.nl and log in using your DigiD, which is your secure digital ID for accessing government services in the Netherlands. If you don't have a DigiD yet, you'll need to apply for one online. Step 2. Navigate to the health declaration section. Once logged in, select the option for the health certificate or health declaration. This will take you to the questionnaire. Step 3. Answer the questions. Carefully go through each question about your medical history and current health. Be honest and accurate with your answers. If you have any medical conditions that could impact your driving, the CBR may require you to submit additional medical reports or undergo an examination by a specialist. Step 4. Pay the fee. The health declaration costs €44.50, and you can pay this fee directly on the website. Make sure to keep a record of your payment for your own reference. Step 5. Await confirmation. Once submitted, the CBR will review your declaration. If no further action is required, you'll receive a confirmation email stating that your health declaration has been approved. If additional checks are needed, they'll inform you of the next steps. Why is this important? Submitting your health declaration early ensures there are no unexpected delays in your licensing process. If the CBR identifies any issues, resolving them can take time, so it's better to handle this step right at the beginning. Let's quickly touch on the topic of first aid training and why it's worth considering as part of your driving preparation. While it's not a mandatory step for obtaining your Dutch driving license, completing a basic first aid course is highly recommended. Why? Because knowing how to respond in emergencies can make a huge difference, whether it's a minor incident or something more serious. For example, if you're the first person on the scene of an accident, your first aid knowledge could help stabilize a situation until professional help arrives. Beyond safety, having these skills also makes you a more responsible and confident driver. So, while you're focusing on learning the rules of the road, consider this as an investment in becoming a safer driver for yourself and others. Stay tuned as we move on to practical training and testing tips. Let's dive into the practical training phase, which is where the real hands-on learning happens. This is a critical part of your journey to becoming a competent and confident driver in the Netherlands. 1. Consistency is key. During this phase, the most important thing is to keep your lessons consistent. Regular practice helps you retain the skills you're learning and ensures steady progress. Think of it as building muscle memory. The more you practice, the more natural driving will feel. 2. Lesson frequency and skill acquisition. The length of your practice period can vary depending on a few factors. Your learning speed. Some people pick up driving quickly, while others need more time to master the skills. Both are completely normal. Lesson frequency. The more often you take lessons, the faster you're likely to progress. For example, taking 2 or 3 lessons a week can help you build momentum compared to spacing them out too much. Driving school quality. Experienced instructors can identify your weak points and tailor lessons to improve them, speeding up your readiness for the test. 3. Building confidence and competence. The practical training isn't just about passing the exam. It's about developing the confidence to handle real-world situations, like navigating busy intersections, managing roundabouts, or driving in different weather conditions. A consistent lesson schedule ensures you get plenty of exposure to various scenarios. 4. Tips for maximizing your practice period. Ask for feedback. After each lesson, ask your instructor for detailed feedback. Knowing what to work on will help you improve faster. Focus on weak areas. If you're struggling with parallel parking or motorway driving, dedicate extra practice to those areas. Use a lesson tracker. Many driving schools provide a progress card to monitor your skills. This can help you and your instructor identify when you're test ready. In the next part of the video, we'll talk about the interim test and why it's a great way to prepare for the final practical driving exam. Stick around for more tips to ace your driving journey. Now, we will discuss the importance of the interim exam, a game changer for anyone preparing for their Dutch driving test. Think of it as a mock test designed to simulate the real driving exam. It's an invaluable step in your preparation, and here's why. What is the interim exam? The interim exam is conducted by a CBR examiner, just like the real test. It lasts about 55 minutes, and your driving school instructor usually accompanies you. During this test, you'll experience the same format and expectations as the final practical driving test. This includes navigating various road conditions, performing special maneuvers, and adhering to all traffic laws. Benefits of taking the interim exam. Realistic practice. The interim exam replicates the actual test environment. This means you get a clear idea of what to expect, reducing anxiety on the big day. Detailed feedback. After the exam, the examiner provides constructive feedback, highlighting your strengths and areas needing improvement. This allows you and your instructor to focus on specific skills before the final test. Exemption from certain tasks. If you successfully perform some of the special maneuvers, like parking or a 3-point turn, you may be exempted from repeating them during the final test. This is a huge confidence booster and reduces pressure on the final day. Why is the interim exam important? Statistics show that candidates who take the interim exam have a 60% higher success rate on the final practical test. Why? Because it familiarizes you with the test environment, gives you a chance to practice under real conditions, and ensures you're better prepared to handle the stress of the final exam. Tips for success in the interim exam. Treat it like the real test. Follow all road rules, be mindful of your surroundings, and stay calm. Take notes on the feedback. Use this valuable input to refine your skills in the days leading up to your final test. Focus on consistency. Regular lessons leading up to the interim exam will ensure your driving skills are polished. The interim exam isn't just another test. It's a strategic tool that can significantly improve your chances of success. In the next part of this video, we'll guide you on how to apply for the practical driving test and what to expect on exam day. Let's go a bit deeper into the interim exam experience and why it's such a valuable step in preparing for your Dutch driving test. The interim exam is conducted in the same format as the final driving test. During this process, a CBR examiner evaluates your driving and provides personalized feedback. This feedback is incredibly detailed and helps you pinpoint the exact areas where you need improvement. It's like having a roadmap to refine your skills before the big day. What's even better is that taking the interim exam increases your chances of passing the final test. In fact, statistics show a significantly higher success rate for candidates who use this preparatory step. It's a smart way to build your confidence, practice under real conditions, and walk into your final exam feeling ready to succeed.
Let's break down everything you need to know about preparing for the final practical driving test in the Netherlands. This is the big moment where you demonstrate all the skills and knowledge you've gained during your driving lessons. Prerequisites for the driving test. Before you can book your driving test, there are a couple of essential steps to complete. Pass the theory exam. The theory exam is your foundation. It tests your knowledge of Dutch traffic laws, road signs, and hazard perception. Without passing this, you won't be eligible for the practical test. Submit your health declaration. This is a form you complete on the CBR website to confirm you're medically fit to drive. If there are any medical concerns, the CBR might require additional documentation or assessments, so it's important to handle this early in the process. Practical lessons and preparation. On average, most applicants require around 43 lessons to be fully prepared for the practical driving test. This number can vary based on your learning speed, experience, and the quality of instruction. Your driving instructor plays a critical role in assessing your readiness. Their approval is required to book the test, as they'll know when you're truly capable of driving independently and safely. Why the practical test is important. This is where everything comes together. The test assesses not just your technical driving skills, but also your ability to make safe and responsible decisions in real-time traffic scenarios. It's designed to ensure you're ready to handle the challenges of driving on Dutch roads. Tips for success. Consistent lessons. Regular practice builds confidence and muscle memory, making the test day feel less daunting. Focus on weak areas. Use feedback from your instructor or the interim exam to improve specific skills, such as parking or handling roundabouts. Mock exams. These are incredibly helpful in getting you comfortable with the test format and reducing anxiety. Taking the practical driving test is a major milestone, and being fully prepared is key to passing on the first try. In the next segment, we'll talk about what to expect on test day and how to handle nerves. Now that you're ready to take the practical driving test, let's go over the steps for scheduling it. This process might seem a bit detailed, but I'll break it down for you so it's easy to follow. Authorize your driving school. The first step is to authorize your driving school to book the test on your behalf. You'll need to do this on the CBR website, CBR, using your digit. This authorization links your account to the driving school, allowing them to schedule the test for you. It's a simple step, but an essential one to get things moving. Check waiting times. One important factor to consider is the national average waiting time for driving tests. On average, it can take about 6-8 weeks to get a test slot, but this can vary based on your location and the time of year. To avoid delays, make sure you plan ahead and discuss the availability of slots with your driving school. Coordinate with your instructor. Your instructor's input is crucial here. They'll assess your readiness and help pick a test date that aligns with your progress. This ensures you have enough time to practice and polish any weak areas before the big day. Working closely with your instructor also means you can schedule extra lessons if needed to boost your confidence. Why this planning matters. Booking the test at the right time is about more than just availability. It's about ensuring you're fully prepared, both technically and mentally. Rushing into the test without being ready can lead to avoidable mistakes, so take your time to plan properly. In the next part of the video, we'll cover tips on how to make the most of your final lessons before the test and what to expect on test day itself. Let's talk about what happens if you don't pass your driving test on the first try. While it's natural to feel disappointed, retaking the test is a common part of the journey for many learners, and there are clear guidelines to help you move forward. Waiting period for retakes. If you fail your first practical driving test, you'll need to wait at least 2 weeks before scheduling your first retake. This period gives you time to practice and work on any specific areas where you struggled during the test. For applicants who fail the test twice or more, the waiting period increases to 7 weeks before you can attempt it again. This extended time is designed to ensure that you've had enough opportunity to refine your skills and build confidence. Focus on improvement. After each failed attempt, you'll receive detailed feedback from the examiner. Use this feedback as a roadmap for improvement. Work closely with your instructor to address the weak spots highlighted in your test. This might include practicing specific maneuvers like parallel parking or reversing, building confidence in handling complex traffic situations, refining decision-making under pressure. Importance of resilience. Failing the test isn't the end of the road. Many successful drivers needed multiple attempts to pass. The key is to stay resilient, learn from your mistakes, and keep practicing consistently. Each retake is another step closer to earning your license. Tips for retake success. Schedule a mock exam with your instructor to simulate the test conditions. Focus on consistent practice in real traffic scenarios. Stay calm and positive. Nerves can sometimes be your biggest challenge. Retaking the test is part of the process for many, so don't be discouraged. Let's wrap things up by talking about some essential resources you'll need during your journey to get a Dutch driving license. Staying informed through reliable official sources is key to making the process smoother. CBR website, Centraal Bureau, Rijvaardigheidsbeuzen. This is your go-to resource for everything related to driving tests. From booking your theory and practical exams to submitting your health declaration, the CBR website has it all. It also provides practice materials and updates on exam requirements. RDW website, Netherlands Vehicle Authority. The RDW manages driving licenses and vehicle registration. This site is especially helpful if you're looking to exchange a foreign license for a Dutch one. CBR Driving School Finder. If you're still deciding on a driving school, this tool helps you compare schools in your area based on pass rates and other criteria. It's a great way to ensure you're choosing a reputable school. Theory practice materials. Use official and trusted resources to prepare for the theory exam. Platforms like the CBR and verified online providers offer sample questions, practice exams, and study guides. By using these resources, you'll stay up to date and fully prepared at every step.
And that brings us to the end of this guide. Thank you so much for watching. This video is specially designed to help Pakistanis in the Netherlands navigate the process of getting a Dutch driving license. I hope it's given you clarity and confidence to take the next steps. Remember, always rely on official resources like the CBR and RDW websites for the most accurate and up-to-date information. These platforms are there to ensure your journey is smooth and well-informed. Good luck on your journey to becoming a licensed driver in the Netherlands. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit. See you in the next one.
And that's a wrap. Thank you so much for sticking with us through this guide on obtaining a Dutch driving license. We hope it answered your questions and gave you the confidence to start your journey. If you have any additional questions or need further assistance, feel free to send us an email at pakistandutch@gmail.com. We're here to help and would love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to join our WhatsApp group for Pakistani expats in the Netherlands. It's a great space to connect with others, share experiences, and get tips on everything from driving licenses to life in the Netherlands. Thank you once again for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with friends or family who might benefit. Until next time, good luck and safe driving.